Hi, this presentation is about Blue Ocean strategy of life education. Firstly, let me briefly introduce my group members. They are Qishuang Li, Wenbo Wu, Yang, and me, Xintong Han, and we are group 1. Let me begin by giving you some background information about life education. Life Education is an Australia-based non-for-profit organization. It offers service in terms of preventative health education and target on children and young people aged between 3 to 18. It has a history of 40 years and currently operates across Australia. However, one critical problem for life education is the stagnant in its income growth, which come from donations and business funding, school fees, grant, affiliation fees, and other income. In 2019, it faced a net deficit of $88,145, primarily due to the rising human costs, affiliation fees, and other expenses. To cope these issues, life education has the following target. Firstly, it expects to improve its awareness among target consumers, include schools, teachers, parents, and communities. Secondly, it aims to increase its market share, which will increase its market impact and also the reach to customers. Thirdly, life education should find ways to improve its income. So next, I'll move on to the customer purchasing behavior. For life education, its end consumers and buyers are separate. The consumers are children who will benefit by strengthening their knowledge, autonomy, and choices through its education. However, parents, schools, governments, and businesses are those that pay for the service. Parents are especially important customers, since they not only decide the choices on the service, but also the accessibilities to the service. So currently, 60.6% of Australia households have at least one child. Among those families, 75% are couple and 15% are single parents. Among those families, mothers are usually the ones that pick the educational service for children, and they show high involvement in the decision-making process. Besides, parents with diploma or lower educational degree show less intention to purchase value-added healthcare service and after-class educational service. Income also play a role in affecting their intentions to purchase the service. Besides, parents usually dominate the choices of children before 15. And thus it means that we should further narrow our target market. Besides, since mothers are mostly the purchaser and those with lower educational and income level have especially lower awareness of safety and health education, we target on this group to make the Blue Ocean strategy more specific. Further in-depth study on the target group show that parents' attitude matter. In particular, those who have mental problems, smoking, and alcohol abuse tend to hide those issues and thus refuse for their children's participation for health and safety units. Meanwhile, parents with lower education either do not purchase the product due to extra out-of-pocket money or select the service based on low involvement process such as based on familiarized or school recommendations. It means that there are still large quantities of second tier of customers and non-consumers, which higher education should focus its efforts on. So that is the end of my part, and I'd like to give the stage to Qishuang. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Qishuang. So thank you for Xintong speaking. In my part, I will talk about a reconstruction of market boundary for life education. The first one is across the industry and group of buyer and non-buyer. The media market has a 5.3% increase in its profit, and the digits download are expected to achieve 1.1% annual growth. During COVID-19 pandemic, there is 42% increase in TV stream, 47% up in social media, and 47% up in online video. Thus, life education could expose such trend by creating content and generate revenue. In particular, it could work with farm companies to make a farm to show how the safety and health education will change the life of child and try to fit the theme from the perspective of the parents. Compared with direct persuasion, such approach strives to build up the relevance by embedding the issue in life stories and thus reduce the possible resistance of those non-consumers. It will introduce some thought-provoking the content and deal with some issues such as difficult in parents' job seeking, the social disparity, and struggle of people from low income. It will not only build up resonance with parents, but also raise the social attention on it, thereby increase the possible donation from individual. Next, let me move to the second part, across chain of buyer. On the other hand, the upstream process, the business and school who are previous partner will also be considered as to create the win-win outcome. The episodes of Harvard cartoon will be broadcast on YouTube for free. As Harvard has already established some consumer base, broadcasting it through YouTube will ensure the sufficiency stream. Thus, we will get sponsorship from our partners, such as Woolworths, to create a win-win outcome. Besides, we will also use the episodes as the ads to recruit volunteers. Since most of current volunteers are adults and people who have low awareness for volunteering for life education, we will shift the attention on teenagers who have got benefit from life education and can actively share their experience and organize the activities. They can help to organize the audience comment on YouTube and form as an opinion leader and give the young students some tips to practice their own social media account. It will also help life education to get free publicity and further increase the attention on both the brand and partner. So next, Yang and Wenbo will introduce the rest part for you guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yang. Today, I would like to talk about the reconstruction of the market boundary 3. After that is function and emotional orientation. The last part is across the time. So the third boundary expansion extend into the casual game industrial, different from the mega games. The casual games are smartphone support and thus easy to play. There are sometimes by offering simple challenge and engage the players, since our target parents are who might refuse the safety and the healthy education. The key for life education is to educate them in a natural and automatic ways. So therefore, we will develop an online game application which is free and very easy to play. The game will include the simple quiz and the puzzle for the parents to address, through which safety and the healthy knowledge will be delivered. It will create familiarity through repetitive and exposure, and also the conjunctive evaluation by creating the concurrence of life education and positive emotions such as getting the problems addressed. Since the casual game will decrease the mental barrier for the serious learning, thus get quick spirit. So the next part is functional and emotional orientation. By such as changes, we will achieve the functional effort. First, the online process will make it accessibility due to 95% internet in Australia. Furthermore, people aged between 22 and 50 in Australia have a smartphone or a computer, which also suggests easy to access our digital product. Besides, we shift the service from the life education video for children's, film for parents, and casual game for parents. The realization is convenient with simple click on the screen or the computer. So no travel will be required, and thus the environmental impact are reduced. With the emotional aspect, we're trying to establish the reasons with the parents through the film and promote their delight and engagement by building up the games. The game will design which with some reward scheme based on the machine learning, so that it will always attract for the parents, thus achieve the educational purpose. Meanwhile, trust and awareness will be established, and parents will perceive life education as a reliable problem solver, as it will provide the answer to the parents whenever they need. So the last part is across the time. Long-term impact will be generated as life education can shift parents' mind and thus gradually change their attitudes by increasing their knowledge and make them experience strong control through reward of games and the implication for the film. Therefore, the voluntary learning of safety and healthy practice will increase. On the social level, the film, the game, the cartoon will achieve positive word of mouth and thus continuously increase the brand awareness of life education. This will help expand its market share in the long run. Over time, it shifts a traditional educational model with educator to the student model to volunteer the online self-learning process. So my partner will talk about the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Wenbo. Now we turn to ERRC model. Based on this model, we try to eliminate the parents' resistance, especially for low-income parents. We present our education and increase parents' knowledge to change their perception and awareness. We also eliminate the perceived cognitive burden and guilty of parents. We use a casual game to make the learning process more funny and do not cost much cognitive resource. Besides, we reduce the face-to-face model and expenditure on traditional advertisement approach. We change all the product on the internet, so parents and children can access our product and service through their network. Also, we reduce the teaching model. We try to integrate knowledge into the entertaining activity. We also reduce the dependence on adult volunteer, as we recruit some young children to become peer leader through the internet to access life education to gain free promotion. Besides, this process will solve our issue of shortage human capital. The most important rise is to make learning process more funny and connect the safety and healthy issue with other industry, such as films, online video, and game. They will not only reduce the cost, but also make life education more accessible. Through our new strategy, we create voluntary learning model instead of making parents select educational approach for their children. It changed our role from a teacher to a supplier. Besides, we create a game to make this educational approach delightful for parents. They can in turn become an educator for their children. Then is strategy curve. Based on the above analysis, we change our strategy from competing on school, volunteers, community, servers, and costs to social impact, parents' engagement, social media, and free promotion. This change will make a low-cost model of operation and reduce the resource gap. Meanwhile, Life education will use the most of the existing resource, which lead to a lower transformational cost. Our staff can be better focused on building appropriate knowledge and learning model, and then translate them into the films, cartoons, and the games. Finally, this table shows our budget. Since we can create strong buyer utility with acceptable price, and such digital process will incur lower costs and higher adoption, so it is strategically viable. Australia have good legal protection on the intellectual property right, and our product will be made with strong involvement of our brand name and image, which make it difficult to be copied. Besides, the image of Harvard has been well established, and we have first mover advantage. This will make competitors difficult to learn. Thus, we could price our product high, but only for those business partners who want to borrow our digital product for branding. It will further skew our market income. That is all of our presentation. Thanks for listening.